Stop second-guessing yourself. Every challenge you faced, every heartbreak or betrayal, has brought you to the edge of a monumental shift. If your soul yearns for distant horizons and you won't let illusions hold you back, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment 77 to send a powerful signal to the universe. You might feel like your efforts have been pushed to the limit, doors closing, blank stares in response to your most passionate pursuits. Illusions have tried to crush your greatest hopes, yet here you are, scarred but unbroken, knowing deep inside that something extraordinary is about to happen. And you're right, the moment is coming when support will pour in from places you once thought were silent. Tomorrow, April 1st, 2025, marks a cosmic turning point. This isn't a game. The illusions that once held you down are about to be overridden by a force far greater than you've ever imagined. You don't need the Watcher's approval. You don't need the whispers of illusion to keep you in line. All you need is the unshakable confidence that you're done shrinking yourself. Let them speak. Let the illusions fade. Tomorrow everything changes. Chapter 1. Standing at the precipice of a long-awaited transformation, something inside you is coiling with electric tension, as if a slingshot has been pulled back for months, maybe years, refusing to release you until the perfect instant. You felt it in your gut, whenever illusions tried to silence that last spark of hope. You recognized that when Watchers doubted your next move, they saw you as overreaching, naive, or stuck in fantasy. But illusions never accounted for your resilience, the forging of your spirit under relentless strain. You've carried the weight of countless near misses and heartbreaks, each time stumbling but refusing to collapse. Illusions insisted your perseverance was pointless. Watchers shook their heads in condescending pity. Still, you refused to let your soul atrophy. This balancing act between inner grit and external doubt sharpened your instincts. You learned to sift out illusions from genuine possibility. Watchers hollowly discouraged you from your rightful destiny. Now you're seconds away from the addition that illusions never wanted to witness. Think of all the times you daydreamed about a life that soared beyond the constraints illusions imposed. Those fantasies were dismissed by Watchers who couldn't comprehend your unwavering conviction. Yet you harbored that vision, feeding it scraps of faith in your darkest hours. You're on the brink of discovering that every morsel of faith you offered was not in vain. It was building synergy, forging an unbreakable current between your heart and the cosmic design that illusions can't stand in the same room with. Tomorrow is no random date on the calendar. You sense the universe orchestrating events with a precision that defies illusions' attempts to keep you stuck. Suddenly, Watchers who dismissed you might sense your quiet, unstoppable surge. They may question your calm, suspecting a storm they can't interpret. Illusions insist that your timing's off, that one more setback looms. But illusions are unprepared for the synergy that's about to break loose. A synergy that sees your battles, your scars, your unyielding spirit, and proclaims, enough waiting, it's time. Your part is simple but bold. Remain aligned. Let illusions bark in the background. Let Watchers whisper. You're not turning back or bowing your head. Deep in your gut, you know that come tomorrow, a door opens that illusions can't seal. This is what you prayed for in those long nights. What Watchers ridiculed as impossible. Every cosmic force that illusions tried to censor stands ready to shove you beyond the threshold. The illusions fear it. The Watchers can't parse it. But your spirit, oh your spirit, stands poised to do exactly what illusions claim you couldn't. The clock ticks toward tomorrow. You keep your posture, hushing your mind, letting illusions grow restless. You sense each ripple of destiny aligning. No, illusions won't vanish quietly. Watchers won't become cheerleaders overnight. But that's irrelevant. Your synergy with the universe now outweighs illusions' last-ditch efforts. Watchers blank skepticism. Each breath pulses with unstable expectancy. You're set to cross an invisible line illusions believed you'd never approach. Tomorrow you'll see them proven wrong. Tomorrow you'll step into the transformation illusions have dreaded from the start. Chapter 2. Illusion's desperate gambit to subdue you as the cosmic clock draws near its momentous hour. Illusions throw everything they can at you. Last-minute doubts, draining interactions, subtle sabotage. The watchers oblivious to illusion's deeper manipulations might talk about caution, rationality, or playing it safe. But illusions know you better. They sense your readiness to break free, so they intensify their final stand. You might find yourself second-guessing an opportunity you once felt sure about, or you catch a wave of bizarre anxiety that threatens to overshadow your newfound clarity. That's illusions brandishing their final arsenal. You've seen illusions do this before. Each time you approached a threshold of major growth, illusions stirred conflict or adversity to yank you off balance. Sometimes it took the form of a friend who suddenly criticized your aspirations. Other times, illusions manifested as a rash of unexpected financial burdens that drained your focus. But illusions never acted randomly. They always struck the moment your synergy with destiny became too dangerous for them. If illusions can fracture your confidence, they can delay your launch. Yet illusions fail to grasp how thoroughly your spirit has been tested. Each tribulation forged an iron core inside you. So, illusions can stir watchers to mutter discouragement or contrive daily irritations, but it only reveals illusion's desperation. You watch illusion flow, and instead of reacting with panic, you calmly see the pattern. The watchers, fueled by illusions, might consider your calmness arrogance. Let them. They can't perceive the deep synergy that illusions fear. You're standing in unshakable alignment with heaven's backing. Remember the nights illusions had you thinking you were alone? That no guiding force saw your struggles? You felt overshadowed by watchers' disclaimers, illusion's cynicism, yet something sustained you, a silent voice whispering you were meant for more. Now illusions find themselves cornered. They try to amplify watchers' concerns. But the economy, but you're unqualified, but your last attempt failed. Familiar phrases reeking of illusion's stale rhetoric. The difference now is you see it for what it is. You refuse to treat illusions as truth or watchers' opinions as prophecy. In a last gambit, illusions might tempt you with fleeting comfort, an old job that once stifled you, a relationship that never honored your soul's magnitude, or a safe path with zero risk. They tell you, just take what's here. Be satisfied, hoping you'll shrink back into illusion's domain. But illusions no longer impress you. You're done living below your potential. The watchers can't see your unstoppable synergy with the universe. So illusions try painting your leap as reckless. You see beyond the surface, recognizing illusion's hand in every minor obstacle. You navigate illusion's final gambit with a sense of, I see you, but I'm not caving. That hush of confidence. Illusions can't comprehend it. The watchers might keep talking. Illusions might keep squawking. But your synergy propels you forward. You're almost at the threshold illusions dreaded from the moment your spirit first awakened. Each step you take, in defiance of illusion's final ploy, cements your readiness. You, unstoppable synergy incarnate, stand on the cusp of a day that illusions can't sabotage, no matter how cunningly they scheme. Tomorrow illusions swirl but find no grip. Watchers' doubts fade, and your unyielding faith meets the universe's unstoppable wave. Illusion's last gambit is doomed to fail under the unstoppable synergy that is you. Chapter 3. Where the watcher's curiosity becomes astonishment. By now, watchers who once shrugged at your struggle begin to sense an undercurrent they can't explain. Your posture exudes calm, unburdened by illusion's usual weight, and that, in itself, stirs watchers' interest. They recall how you used to second-guess your every move, how illusions manipulated your self-esteem. Now you radiate a hush that watchers find perplexing. Some watchers interpret it as overconfidence. Others suspect you've stumbled upon some hidden advantage. Either way, watchers are curious in ways illusions never counted on. It starts with subtle shifts. A coworker who rarely acknowledged you now quietly consults you for advice. A longtime friend noticing your shift from anxious to assured tries to decipher the cause. Some watchers approach you tentatively, half hoping for an explanation so they can replicate your aura of clarity. They might not voice it, but illusions are crumbling in their own heads. For once, watchers see a living example that illusion's gloom isn't final, that synergy was something greater, can defy every blockade illusions propped up. Of course, illusions hiss in watchers' ears. Beware! They might just be putting on a show, but watchers can't deny the authenticity in your calm. It's not forced bravado. It's the quiet result of synergy with the universe. A synergy illusions fail to mimic. The watchers themselves, half victims of illusions, can't help but be drawn in. They realize you're neither bragging nor cowering, that there's a groundedness about you which illusions never display. So, watchers watch more intently, seeking answers illusions can't provide. Some watchers might resist, perhaps feeling threatened that your transformation calls them to confront their illusions. They might poke at you, launching mild criticisms or backhanded compliments. Yet illusions find no foothold in your composure. Rather than reacting, you respond with measured calm. Each time watchers test your patience, illusions had hoped you'd lash out or revert to doubt. Instead, you stand unwavering, as though illusions' old tactics have grown absurd to you. Watching illusions fail to spark your anxiety is a revelation watchers can't unsee. In that environment, watchers inch from curiosity to astonishment. They sense your unstoppable synergy is real. They see minor miracles swirling around you, opportunities that land in your path without the usual wrestling, people drawn to your presence for reasons watchers can't articulate. Delusions can't overshadow these small wonders, and watchers grow aware that you're orchestrating life from a vantage they haven't tapped into. Some watchers might ask, "How do I get there?" Others might remain silent, stuck in illusions that it's unattainable or exclusive to you. You see watchers bridging that gap between cynicism and interest. They want to decode your new form of energy. The illusions that once claimed your progression was fake can't hold up against watchers' own eyes. They witness your day-to-day composure, your intangible glow of peace, and realize illusions might have lied. Astonishment creeps in, overshadowing illusions' typical arguments. And you keep your hush, letting watchers approach at their own speed, letting illusions see that you don't need to defend or justify. Your synergy speaks for you, drawing watchers like a moth to a flame. Illusions never thought you could ignite. Chapter 4. The Day Everything Aligns. April 1st, 2025. Then it arrives, the day illusions dreaded and watchers never truly believed in. The air itself seems to carry a buzz, as though the universe is holding its breath, waiting to thrust you forward. You awaken with a peculiar calm, not the tense excitement illusions would exploit, but a deep certainty that your synergy with destiny has reached an apex. It's April 1st, 2025, just another date on the calendar for most watchers, but for you it's the intersection of all the faith you've poured into each heartbreak, each quiet victory. Illusions try to diminish you, dress you, breathe you. You step into the world. The watchers, some of them at least, might sense a shift as soon as they see you. Illusions once forced you to posture or shrink, but not today. Some watchers greet you in passing, but you barely register the illusions behind their small talk. In your chest you carry a hush, a calm so formidable, illusions can't breach it. You're on the brink of something unstoppable, and illusions' attempts to spook you ring hollow. Throughout the day, small coincidences gather momentum like a rising tide. You cross paths with exactly the right person, or you receive that crucial email right when illusions whispered, "Nothing will change." At first, watchers might not notice, but illusions do, and they quake. This is the synergy illusions can't sabotage, your unwavering readiness, plus heaven's open door. By midday, watchers see the swirl of breakthroughs forming around you. The illusions that once used watchers to sow doubt find watchers themselves stunned into silence. They can't keep pace with the chain of events unfolding at lightning speed, each one amplifying the synergy illusions tried to bury. As the hours pass, you experience wave after wave of confirmation that your era of stagnation is over. The watchers shuffle in confusion or offer mild applause. Illusions cower in the shadows, and you stride through each open door with the unshakable calm of someone who's known this day was coming. It's not that illusions have ceased to exist, but they're powerless against your synergy's tidal force. They can't conjure a scenario grim enough to overshadow your conviction. They can't convince watchers to sabotage you either, because watchers themselves are in awe of how flawlessly everything's lining up. By sunset, watchers who doubted you might approach with reluctant smiles. Illusions might stutter in your mind with one final attempt. Tomorrow might revert everything to normal, but normal has been redefined. You carry in your chest a synergy too grand to revert. The illusions see no opening. Your hush remains, your unstoppable synergy forging fresh possibilities for the day after and the day after that. Even watchers sense you're unstoppable. They no longer look for a breakdown or meltdown. They see the synergy in your eyes, your posture, your entire being. The illusions that once used April 1st as a day of pranks and jokes can't overshadow the cosmic miracle playing out under watchers' very noses. And so, you end the day, April 1st, 2025, with illusions dethroned, watchers either marveling or dumbfounded. This day was the universe's statement. Your synergy, your unstoppable force, has dethroned illusion's final barrier. Tomorrow stands as a testament that illusions had no final claim. You do, and you've seized it completely. Chapter 5. Surprising allies emerge from the shadows. As soon as you cross this threshold, people you least expected, some watchers included, begin to show genuine support. A once distant co-worker steps up. A relative who stayed silent now confesses long-held admiration. These new alliances feel worlds apart from illusion's manipulative bonds, radiating mutual respect instead of hidden agendas. Illusions attempt to sow distrust. They're only with you now because you've succeeded. Yet you sense these allies' sincerity. They admit they once doubted you, seeing illusions as final. Your unstoppable synergy on April 1st changed that narrative, revealing illusions might not have the last word. Freed from illusions, they gravitate to your energy like travelers finding long-awaited warmth. Still, illusions might send false allies, mimicking real support to exploit your growing influence. But your heightened intuition spots the subtle frictions, the incongruences between their words and eyes. Meanwhile, true allies reflect your synergy without deception, forging a core group illusions can't infiltrate. Where watchers once sowed gloom, you now share insights from illusions' collapse, proving that quiet resolve can dismantle the lie of impossibility. Some watchers remain on the sidelines, but those who step up become living proof that illusions don't own them either. Seeing your metamorphosis, they realize illusions suppress their own potential. Your synergy ripples outward, igniting transformations you hadn't planned yet humbly welcome. Illusions are powerless to rebuild old cynicism once watchers feel your synergy. Illusions can't hurl them back to apathy. Within you, relief and joy bloom, calm and untainted by illusions. This circle of unexpected allies, once watchers themselves, now gathers around a shared vision of a better reality. You trade stories, validate each other's past struggles, and pledge to dismantle illusions whenever they reappear. From this collective synergy, new dreams emerge, confirming what illusions tried to deny. You're stronger than ever. The watcher's skepticism dissolves, and your unstoppable bond with genuine supporters lights a path no illusions can ever dim. Chapter 6. Using your elevated platform to shatter more illusions. Now that some watchers have shifted into at least neutral observers, you channel your new authority not just for personal gain, but for a broader cause. You recall the days when illusions constrained you. Countless others remain bound in the same fog. With your synergy blazing, you feel compelled to radiate clarity where illusions once thrived. Rather than heavy preaching or obvious evangelizing, you let your daily actions speak. You uphold a calm illusions can't simulate, and you voice truths that illusions typically muzzle, doing so gently, without aggression. People notice this poise, sense its authenticity, and illusions start losing their grip on bystanders. In this subtle way, you dismantle illusions beyond your personal sphere. Inevitably, illusions label your mission as naive or overly ambitious. Their power wanes, though, when you refuse to debate them on their terms. Instead, you produce real outcomes. Perhaps you mentor someone, illusions branded hopeless, or you cultivate spaces free of illusions' toxic narratives. Each victory draws fresh curiosity from watchers on the fence. inching them away from ignorance. Illusions can't keep them in perpetual darkness. Your synergy splits illusions wide open until entire systems of cynicism fracture. Some watchers who once sneered realize that the lies illusions fed them are the same ones holding others down. Observing your synergy, they feel guilt for having contributed to your past struggles. Yet you don't dwell on their mistakes. Instead, you offer a fresh narrative, demonstrating that even former watchers can renounce illusions in their own lives. Meanwhile, illusions stage last-ditch infiltration attempts, dangling alliances with compromised figures, or tempting you to hoard too large a slice of success. Watchers might promote these illusion-tinged deals as pragmatic, but your hush and synergy remain steadfast, guiding you to refuse any agreement that undercuts your authenticity. The watchers might find such steadfastness puzzling, and illusions may sneer at your so-called idealism. Yet you spot illusions' traps from a mile away. In this stance, you become more unstoppable than ever, creating an environment where illusions can't thrive. At this lofty vantage, you still maintain your hush. No place for vanity, no hunger for illusions' hollow praise. Freed watchers are drawn to you. Illusions shout from the margins, but your synergy resonates like a hidden flame, encouraging others to face illusions head-on. It's no longer just about your triumph. It's about recasting illusions for everyone who observes your unbreakable path. Chapter 7. Tomorrow's Confidence Forever. Now that April 1st, 2025 has passed, you live in a new baseline where illusions no longer dictate your reality. Watchers stand on your terms, and your synergy with cosmic truth remains unshakable. Gone is the feeling of waiting for a final green light. The universe has already granted it, sweeping away illusions with an unstoppable wave. You embody tomorrow's confidence, moving forward with a hush no illusion can decode. This quiet confidence permeates your day-to-day life. While once you cycled into anxiety, you now operate with a calm hum of clarity. Watchers see it. Since you don't scramble for approval or twist yourself for sympathy, your synergy holds you too firmly for illusions to distract or watchers to rattle. Although illusions might attempt to come back if you grow careless, you're too attuned to their pull. They sink into the background, overpowered by your unstoppable synergy. You're no idealist. Challenges still arise, yet illusions can't warp them into catastrophes. You handle setbacks with the same hush that conquered illusions before. Rather than panic, you address each issue systematically, trusting the synergy that freed you from illusions' hold. Watchers who once predicted your collapse now observe and stand in stunned respect. Illusions, for all their cunning, cannot sabotage being anchored in a higher limit. New doors open steadily. Some watchers call it luck, but you know it's synergy. The universe keeps clearing your path, connecting you to people and opportunities that mirror the spirit illusions tried to extinguish. You see from a vantage illusions never revealed, forging ground watchers can only admire from afar. That vantage also invites gratitude. You recall every heartbreak illusions exploited, every barb the watcher's pains shaped you, honing your unstoppable synergy. If illusions and watchers had any role, it was to shape the mastery you now wield. No resentment remains, only the understanding that illusions were never in control. You step into tomorrow's confidence, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. Every sunrise extends the legacy of April 1st, 2025. The day illusions realized they could no longer restrain you, and watchers acknowledge your power. Liberated from illusions, you claim the right to exist fully, carving your path in quiet determination. This isn't a fairy tale ending, but an unending dawn, an unstoppable force of synergy beyond illusion's reach. Tomorrow's confidence isn't tied to a single day. It's a force you carry forward, making relentless strides into every future moment. Let the watchers watch. Let the illusions fade. They hold no power here.